Oscar nominations are here. And I woke up at 7 a.m. to watch these Oscar nominations, so you don't have to. And now we are going to talk about them. I'm not going to go over every single nomination because there's just some categories that I don't have much stake in or I don't know much about. So I'm just going to go over some of the big highlights, some of the big tech awards, and some of the big acting awards, or nominations, I should say. And I'm just going to give my general thoughts, what I would like to see win, and what I think might win. So let's start with some of the tech awards. Right off the bat, we have Best Screenplay, Original Screenplay, not Adapted Screenplay. And this is a big one that I love. I really love a good script. I think it's one of my favorite aspects of the film. And for Best Original Screenplay, we have The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. A great lineup, I think. Tar and Banshees of Inisherin are two of my favorite screenplays of 22. Probably my top two, up there with Women Talking, which does not qualify for this category. So yeah, I think I am pulling for those two movies. I would love Everything Everywhere All at Once to win. I mean, screenplay, I don't think it's the strongest aspect of it, but it is my favorite movie of the year. Fabelmans would be awesome. And still haven't got around to Triangle of Sadness, but I heard it's good, so wouldn't mind that winning either. I think it's a great lineup. I'm pulling for Tar and Banshees of Inisherin. Next, we have Adapted Screenplay, and that is All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Women Talking. And I was so excited to see Women Talking make this nominees. So it's no surprise I am pulling for Women Talking. I said it is up there with my favorite screenplays of 2022. Glass Onion, I think I like the screenplay better than Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is a fantastic movie. I don't think it's necessarily the best screenplay of the year. Haven't seen Living, and I have not seen All Quiet on the Western Front, but I will say they ran through these nominations. They are all over the place, so might need to see it before the Oscars actually premiere. But yeah, pulling for Women Talking, I think it's probably going to go to All Quiet or Top Gun. Visual effects, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman. So cool to see The Batman get up there. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun Maverick. Visual effects, I think I'm pulling for Avatar: The Way of Water, even though I do love that The Batman made it. It just feels silly to not go for Avatar: The Way of Water, and I think that's what's going to win. They might throw it to Top Gun, but I feel like this is probably going to be the only thing Avatar wins. For great achievement in sound, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, again, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, super psyched to see The Batman on there, Elvis, and Top Gun Maverick. Out of these five, strictly talking sound, I would love to see The Batman win. That is who I'm pulling for. Again, All Quiet seems to be like a favorite this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it go to All Quiet. Maybe Elvis, maybe Top Gun, just because of how immersive those sounds were. Same with Avatar. Could really see it going anywhere. I don't see it going to The Batman, to be honest. I am pulling for The Batman, though. Original score, we have All Quiet on the Western Front. Again, Babylon. Oh, I've been listening to this score nonstop since it came out, and I'm so glad it got nominated. The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans. So I think I'm rooting for Babylon on this one again. The score, just Justin Hurwitz, he always kills it. Everything Everywhere All at Once also had a great score. Fabelmans had a pretty good score, but one I would probably throw it to besides Babylon is The Banshees of Inisherin. I think it has a really subtle score that does a lot for the film. So I think I'm going for one of those two. Honestly, could be any of them. Banshees is also on here a lot, so maybe they'll throw it to Banshees. That seems like a favorite this year too. Makeup and hairstyling, we have All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale. I feel like The Batman and The Whale were some pretty obvious choices. Black Panther getting some love in this Oscar season. That's pretty cool. Elvis, again, seemed like a pretty obvious choice. I think it's probably going to go to the Elvis because I don't see Elvis winning too many other things. But it could surprise me. I don't know. I would like to see it go to The Batman, personally, just because I'm just glad that that film is getting recognized here. Now, I want to talk about international feature film just for a second. I'm not super familiar with all these films. I mean, I actually have not seen any of these films. But I am very surprised that Decision to Leave did not get nominated for International Feature Film because of how much mainstream attention it's gotten, how much attention it's gotten from the awards. I am just so surprised that that is not on there. So I just wanted to point that out. I feel like it's probably going to go to All Quiet on the Western Front because of how favorited that is. But yeah, I need to check out some of these other movies. Costume design, we have Babylon, Black Panther, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Miss Harris Goes to Paris. Have no idea what Miss Harris Goes to Paris is. Would love to see it go to Babylon. Wouldn't hate Black Panther. Elvis for obvious reasons. But really, I'm pulling for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Love the costume designs on there. Stephanie Hsu's costumes were amazing. And yeah, that's probably what I'm pulling for there. I think it'll probably go to Everything Everywhere All at Once too. Honestly, I would not be surprised if Everything Everywhere All at Once sweeps these Oscars. Now we have animated feature film. We have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, which I'm kind of surprised to see on there, and Turning Red, the only Disney property to get nominated for animated film. I love all these movies. I haven't seen The Sea Beast yet. I've heard some pretty good things about it. I would love to see it go to Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. That is my favorite animated film of the year by far. Puss in Boots is probably my number 2. Pinocchio is probably my number 3. And Turning Red is probably my number 4. But I think it's going to Pinocchio without a question. Very excited for that acceptance speech though. For actress in a supporting role, we have Angela Bassett, Black Panther. Love to see it. She absolutely murdered that role. Hong Chau in The Whale. Also love to see that. Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin. I'm so happy she got nominated. And then this is where I was worried. They were campaigning super hard for Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I just really didn't want Stephanie Hsu to get snubbed. But they did a double nomination for Everything Ever All at Once. Jamie Lee Curtis and Stephanie Hsu for Best Supporting Actress. Super badass. I'd be happy to see it to go to anyone. Carrie Condon was amazing. I think one of the best parts of The Banshees of Inisherin. Same with Stephanie Hsu and Everything Ever All at Once. I wouldn't love to see it go to Jamie Lee Curtis, but wouldn't hate it. Angela Bassett, I think, would deserve it more. We're going for a more classical pick. And Hong Chau is just great. So I think I'm pulling for Carrie Condon or Stephanie Hsu. I think it's probably going to go to one of those two, honestly. Then we have actor in a supporting role. We have Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin. Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway, which is awesome that Brian Tyree Henry is now Oscar nominated. I didn't know Causeway was going to get any love this award season. That's awesome. Judd Hirsch in The Fabelmans, which is super awesome. He stole the scenes that he was in, but no Paul Dano, so that's crazy. Then we have Barry Keoghan for Banshees of Inisherin. So another double nomination. Super excited. I really thought Barry was going to get snubbed. He was fantastic. And then, of course, Ke Huy Quan, Everything Ever All at Once. That's who I'm pulling for. Would love to see it go to, honestly, any of these. But I think it's going to go to Ke Huy Quan, and that's who I'm pulling for. Then we have actress in a leading role. Cate Blanchett for Tar. Yes, ma'am. She deserves all the awards. Spoiler alert, that's who I'm pulling for. Ana de Armas for Blonde. Yikes. While I do dislike that movie a lot, Ana de Armas is, I guess, one of the highlights of the movie, her acting. So I guess I wouldn't hate it going to her, but I don't really see him doing that. Then we have Michelle Williams, The Fabelmans, which I just don't really consider a leading role, really. And then Michelle Yeoh, Everything Ever All at Once. Fantastic. But then we have a sneak nomination. Andrea Riseborough, I think I'm saying that right, in To Leslie, which I have not seen yet. But the most random wild campaign in the past 3 weeks that brought this movie and that specific performance to everyone's attention actually resulted in a nomination, which is really cool and really interesting. I'm curious to see how that plays with future campaigning for nominations. But like I said, I'm going for Cate Blanchett. Would love Michelle Yeoh to win as well. To see Andrea win would be cool too, just because of her campaign. And then I guess Michelle Williams. But I think they're probably going to give it to Cate Blanchett, to be honest. Because I think Everything Ever All at Once is going to have a lot of other awards it's going to win. Now we have actor in a leading role. Austin Butler, Elvis, no surprise there. Banshees of Inisherin, Colin Farrell. Awesome nomination, of course. Brendan Fraser in The Whale, which I am so surprised did not get more nominations. And I really hope this doesn't negatively affect Brendan Fraser's upcoming career. I personally have not seen The Whale yet. I've heard a lot of mixed things about it, and makes me skeptical to want to go see it, but I'll definitely get around to it. But Brendan Fraser, I've heard, is just still the highlight of the movie, his acting, so I would love to see him get more work. Paul Mescal for Aftersun is super awesome. Love that for Paul Mescal. And then Bill Nye for Living. I'm definitely pulling for Colin Farrell or Paul Mescal here. I think it has a really good chance of going to Austin Butler, though, and I wouldn't hate that. He was by far the best part of Elvis, and I wouldn't hate seeing Brendan Fraser get it either. So, yeah, I think it's probably going to go to Austin Butler, though. And now we have the big category, Best Picture. Might need to change the light for this one. Change my bed lamp to green. There we go. Now we got a new setting for this Best Picture. All right, the Best Picture nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking, fuck yeah, Women Talking Best Picture nominee. That is so awesome. Was a very unexpected nominee, and I'm so glad it got there. So yeah, really, the Best Picture race is the hardest to predict, I think. Personally, y'all know Everything Ever All at Once is my favorite movie of 2022. Followed very closely by Tar, followed very closely by Women Talking, followed very closely by Banshees of Inisherin. So would love to see it go any of those. I don't see it really going to Avatar. Maybe All Quiet on the Western Front. I don't see it going to Elvis. Maybe The Fabelmans, and I love that movie too, so maybe them. Triangle of Sadness would be the left field choice, and of course Top Gun would be maybe the fan favorite. So I don't know. I really think it's anyone's game. I think this is a fantastic Best Picture nomination lineup, and I really would not hate it going to any of these. My least favorite on there probably being Elvis, but still. Yeah, I'm pulling for Everything Ever All at Once, Tar, and Women Talking as the Best Picture. I would absolutely love to see all three of those go the long way. So yeah, those are the nominations. Overall, there wasn't too many big snubs, I thought. RRR, I thought was going to be nominated for a lot more. Decision to Leave should have been nominated for a lot more. I would love to see Babylon get any more acting nominations. Diego Calva for lead actor, Margot Robbie for lead actress. Would have loved to see those. And Nope didn't get any awards, any nominees, which is crazy. I thought at the very least maybe Best Director. Shit, cinematography, sound design, any of them. I mean, Nope was so great. So very surprised with Jordan Peele's name didn't get nominated anywhere. But yeah, those are the Oscar nominations. Those are my thoughts on them. Let me know what you thought about the nominations, if you thought there was any big snubs, and who do you want to see win. So yeah, now we just count down the days to the Oscar. Let's go.